Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Barbara from Barbara Paperlover and today we're going to talk about my favorite technique in my paper crafting, and that is sewing paper, and especially today sewing edges on paper. It is a technique that I use in every one of my projects, big or small. I really love the texture that it gives. It just gives a little oomph to every project that you make. Today we are going to talk about sewing edges and especially make it more grungy sewed edges. So say that 10 times. So I have 7 tags prepared with sewed edges. I will show them, of course, and I will explain what I did. And for the last 2, I made a mini tutorial on my sewing machine. So if you love to sew, if you're curious how to do it, this is not a tutorial for the basics. It's more a tutorial for the more grungy edge lines. If you want to know more about sewing paper in general, please let me know, because I can always make a mini video about the basic stuff. For now, it is sewing edges, and this is the first one. I have a sewing machine, of course, and there are all different patterns on them, but I mostly only use the straight stitch and the zigzag stitch, and all the other patterns I really do not use. This is the most basic one. It's just a straight line, but that alone is just pretty enough. And here is the second one, a plain zigzag stitch. I really love this too. It gives a little bit more texture. Then I have tag number 3, that is a straight stitch, switch to zigzag and then straight again. And these little bits of zigzag stitch, it makes it also more interesting. Then the 4th, here it becomes a little bit more grungy. I started with a zigzag stitch up to here, then I reversed, got back, and then on my way again. So this is like back and forth again. And this is starting to grunge up a little. Then tag number 5. This is a straight one, and on top it's a zigzag stitch. So first I did my straight line, and over that I used my zigzag stitch. And I really love it if it is not all neat and clean and straight. And you can see it is a little bit a wonky line. And yeah, I love that in sewing. It can be super straight, it can be super neat, but I love the wobbly, grungy version of sewed edges. And now we're coming to tag number 6 and 7. I really love this one. This is more grunged up, but also a little bit girly. It reminds me a bit of the Art Nouveau style, or Jugendstil, if you know that style. It is all nature and plant-based, and it is more grungy than a straight line. But it is also flowy, and yeah, I really love this one. I have a mini tutorial on my sewing machine, so I will show you that now, and then I will get back to tag number 7. For this edge you start with a straight stitch. Lower your presser foot and just start stitching. At the end of your paper you will make a turn. Make sure your needle is in the paper when you turn. Lift the presser foot, turn, put it down, and there you have a corner. Alright, this is the straight line snip it and start over again. And now you're still using the straight stitch, but now you're going to make a wonky line. Start again and make a wonky line by pushing and pulling the paper. Again, in the corner, make sure your needle is in the paper. Turn around and make a wonky line again. Yes, snip it, and this is the result. Alright, here is tag number 7, the last one, and in my opinion the most crunchy one. I really love this fluffy detail. It is something inspired by Shanuki art, and she did this on one of her playing cards, and I really loved it. And what you do, I will have a mini tutorial later on. It is a straight stitch, then you get it out of your machine but still attached. Pull the threads, get it all together, and then just sew it over it again with a straight stitch. So this is the last mini tutorial. I hope you can see it, what I did, and then I will get back to you. Here is the tag. Just start with a straight stitch. When you're at the right spots, just lift up your foot, pull the thread just long enough, and frumple it all together. Make a little bundle of joy. Lay it as flat as possible, and make sure that the thread is beneath the foot. Make sure the needle is on the same line as before, and just sew over with your straight stitch. And this is the result. Well, here are the 7 tags that I made with the sewed edges, from plain simple straight stitch up to the grungy versions. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a try and and that you are inspired by this, because sewing paper is just one of the loveliest things to do with your paper projects. I hope you like it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.